What is that?
Yeah, baby.
Who do we have here?
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby. Representing my team, Team Kings of Games. Unfortunately, I'm the only member of my team who's representing, but I am the leader, so I'm okay with that.
Hey, that's what's up.
There's a deck that I've been experimenting for the past 2 or 3 months. I refused to let anyone know what it was, and I refused to profile on it or give any indication of what it was because I needed the surprise factor. It's in general, it's 60 good cards. It's a combination of Zephyrs, Mythical Beast, Pendulum Magicians, it's got ORCUST, it's got Guard Dragons, it's got a full axis, and the combo actually ends on 8 interruptions, 6 of which are negates, and then you've got the spear, and then also you can have a Ding Ding. And also the board is similar to Thunder, how you can get Sloth and protect it, because Dingaritsu will protect Sloth twice, so you have to kill the Sloth 3 times before you go into your extra deck, but you're playing through 6 negates, so you can't do it. Yeah. So I really like the deck a lot. It's incredible. Nobody anticipated it. No one ever side decked correctly against me, and every day I was just throwing people off. It got a lot of props. I'm really happy, and it is homemade. I got all these ideas. Kind of just, I wanted to play all my favorite decks in one, and that's what it is. So no one inspired me to do this. This is kind of just something I wanted to try, and it worked out.
Damn. All right, let's get started.
Yeah, dude. And I appreciate it, Ed.
No problem, no problem.
What's your full name, bro?
ACEPCIon.
All right, ACEPCIon is my cameraman, bro.
Yeah, what's good?
What's good? So let's start off with the main deck. Let's start off with monsters. So I'll start off with the Zephyr cards. I originally played like 11 Zephyrs, but just because there's so much space issues and the culmination of all these cards integrated into one deck, you have to make sacrifices. So what I did was, instead of taking cards out, I just cut ratios down. So I originally played 3 of each of these. I cut them down to 2, but these are insane. This card by itself is so much pressure. Like, you'd be surprised. So many decks can really struggle with just one counter trap that's an Omni Negate, like Salomon Great Roar, for example. And it establishes that because it'll send this and you'll Pendulum summon this out, and it searches out your negate. It's insane how this deck goes off. And I like the Zephyr Thubin a lot because I really need it in times when I'm going second and also playing around back rows like floodgates. And sometimes it's really good bait because you can chain block with it. So if you really need to snipe that card, you can put this as the lowest chain. So that's the 5 Zephyr monsters. The Magician Axis, I just played 3 Harmless and 3 Purple. Now, people are always telling me not to play 3 Purple. They're saying play 1. And every time I ask, I got this answer more than often. Because Triff said play 1. I'm like, I don't let anybody tell me how to play my deck. And I think that Purple Poison is the best Magician in the entire deck. Like, this card, I played 2 Pendulum Mirrors yesterday. I lost a dice roll, had no side deck cards. I beat both of them. And it was really because of Purple in both instances. Like, literally, Purple just shatters through the gates. And he's always going to take his target down because when they attempt to negate him, he will reactivate multiple times. Like, you have to have like Vortex and a Call by the Grave, and like Call by him, because he'll hit the grave, he'll leave for the extra deck and go to the grave, but he'll just keep reactivating, and like that's what people don't like understand about him. And he's my main deck out to Imperial Order, Anti-Spell, there can only be one, Floodgates, you name him, bro. He's insane. I would never not play 3. Like, no one has ever agreed with me on 3, but this is the main reason why I'm even here right now. So I think that my choice was correct. What's up, bro?
Where'd you get that foreign harmonizer?
You gave me the foreign harmonizer.
Hey!
Thank you very much. And next up, we got the Mythical Beast. So this deck is just full of packages. So you got the Zephyr package, you got the Magician package, and they almost all of them have their own spells and traps, which is really cool. You have archetype-specific starter cards, so you have a lot of pressure, and you can play through a lot. Like, I remember yesterday, I ate Ogre, an Ash, and a Veiler, and then I full combo put up 4 negates under that. And another instance, I got Ash and Veiler, and I just ate those. Like, this deck was just eating hand traps. Like, if there's just so much going on at once, you literally would have to have, I'd say, 4 hand traps to stop everything, because there's always a contingency that you can exploit. And the ORCUST are what just threw everybody off, because I recall Ogre on Electromite, Veiler on Zephyr New, Ash on Harmonizing, ORCUST combo, and he just scooped. Like, it's insane. This deck is really, really powerful. It's scary too, and it throws people off. So we got 3 Cerbis, insane going second. Actually, it's really good, especially in the ORCUST matchup. When you're trying to play around the Dingaritsu, you can just summon Cerbis and banish it. It's either going to get fog bladed, crescendoed, or it's actually just going to happen. But no matter what, it's either going to bait or just get rid of the Dingaritsu. And I played 2 Jackal Kings. The reason being is because I have interactions where I'm playing against hand trap heavy decks. You need Servant to summon 1 Jackal, and you'll do Cerbis with Chronograph to summon the 2nd Jackal, so you have 2 Jackals before you commit to any like extremely potent plays. When you're playing like Sky Sharkers and stuff, you want to summon Endymion and Jackal, so you can play around Impermanence and Ogre. So the deck doesn't need call buys because the combo pieces actually give you flexibility so that you can navigate thoroughly and kind of maneuver. So it's really good. And I also made the Garuda. It added Mystic Mind. It's baited crescendos because you actually know where it is when they said it. This card ended up getting me. I was a point. There was a game where if I lost it, I was not going to day 2. And this card really, it just got me there. Like, this card is insane. The fact that it's searchable is even better. But yeah, these are main deck. This is a main deck Optimistic Mind searchable by this. It's better than Twin because it's more flexible. And there was just one instance where I actually used this to bounce an entire Pendulum summon and summon it from my hand and just bounce everything. And my opponent did not anticipate it because he was so focused on my 5 negate board. And I bounced this whole Pendulum summon. I didn't have to negate anything. So this card is really underrated. So that's the Mythical Beast. And then I played 3 Servants and 1 Endymion. I don't like to draw it because I really like to keep it in deck, but it's a great card. I've only resolved the effect in scale once, but it was just stupid. He's like, oh, I have Mystic Mind up. You can't do that. I was like, bro, like, this is the Pendulum effect. This is the effect in the Pendulum zone. Like, his on-field effect is to negate and protection, but his Pendulum, that all resolves as a spell effect. So when you summon him and blow the board up, it's resolving as a spell. It's crazy, bro. This card is nuts. Like, I really love this card a lot. I just love Servant, dude. Like, she's great. And when you're playing Zephyros, you get the flexibility of having more starter cards that are spells. That's the weakness with Magicians when they're trying to play Endymions. Sometimes they don't have enough to load her with spell counters, but I have multiple spells like a Terraforming, a Zephyr Providence, Duelist Alliance. Those are all spells that will load 3 counters on it because they're resolve and get more spells and they'll load you up. And then I played, of course, the Chronos and the Time Gazer. Time Gazer did save me against Heavy Storm Duster and Ghost Ogre on my my Servant. So it's just so many instances where I'm playing around hand traps thinking that they're there because my mindset is like, I put myself in a worst case scenario. Whenever I'm playing like a combo deck especially, I just think he does have the Ogre for the Electromite, he does have the Ash, he does have the Veiler. And when you put yourself in that mindset and you think, well, he does have the out, instead of just assuming that you're gonna play Solitaire, it helps you. You play more cautiously. And just having this on field, I didn't realize he had the Ogre, but I was like, oh, maybe he has Ogre. And he did, and it just helped me so much. So this is not always a brick, you guys. It's not. It's really good protection. And then I played 2 Dankworms and 1 Gate, and then 1 Sloth, just like the Dragons. They're all part of the Guard Dragon portion. And then this is what nobody expected. And earnestly, this is the only reason why I even stood a chance against Danger Thunder, all the other combo decks in ORCUST. Because even against the Pendulums, because I remember yesterday, I had witnesses. I had cracked through Borlo Savage Dragon, Don Dragster, Adai's Vertex Dragon, the Heretic Seal, and I did ORCUST combo, and then I broke the board and cleaned his plate and OTK'd him. Playing through 3 negates in the Seal, and it was because I had ORCUST. If I didn't have ORCUST, I would have had Purple Poison and a Destrudo. That wouldn't have done anything, but because I'm playing ORCUST, it did everything. So I would never cut ORCUST from the deck. They're bricks that are worth it. And then the spells, this deck has so many powerful spells, it's crazy. You've got 3 Oracles, 3 Providence, you've got 3 Spell Power Mastery, you've got 3 Pendulum Tools, you've got 3 Dragon Shards, 2 Terraforming. These are all power cards. Like, you can have 4 bad cards. If you have any one of these in your hand, it's playable, I guarantee you. 10 times out of 10 it's playable. Dude, I've assembled boards with just 2 good cards and 3 bad cards. And then I played 2 Alliance. Ultimately, it came out to space, and I figured if I'm going to cut a card, I'd rather cut an Alliance versus Call, because this requires a setup, but this does not. And then I also played 2 Allure of Darkness. Because I'm playing 60 cards, I figured the theory behind this was to help me to draw into my side deck cards in games 2 and 3, especially against Thunder. You can't search. You need an Allure to dig for your Electric Virus or your Spear Mode, and then the same reasoning for the Phantasmes. And it's just a really good card in general. I play a ton of Darks and they're searchable, so I just have a lot of powerful spells. And then I have Dragon's Review, Babel, Set Rotation is another out to Mystic Mind. Probably the godliest one of in the deck, and I play 1 Crescendo and 1 Zephyr Divine Strike. You get both of these every combo, so you're normally, the bare minimum you'll get if you can only resolve Guard Dragon combo. So if you Pendulum Summon Zephyr New and you resolve the Guard Dragon combo, you'll always be able to get the Guard Dragons out and get your Zephyr Divine Strike and do the ORCUST combo. Like, there are times when I'm playing like stun decks where I know the Heretic won't do much, so I'll take it in another monster and convert it into Phoenix and do the Nightmare play for the ORCUST. But it's pretty nuts. This deck is crazy, bro. I love it.
60 cards?
60 cards, bro. Woo! 60 cards are my favorite decks. Like, 60 cards, I don't care what anybody says. This deck was more consistent than the 40 card decks I was playing. I played 3 Phantasmes. So the reason why I side 3 Phantasmes is this. All these side deck cards that I have, I could not play them at 3 because I had to make space for enough. I don't like to side heavy for one matchup. I like to have the versatility, so the flexibility of having options for each specific matchup. So I figured for the back row decks like Salmag Greats and Sky Strikers and Stun, Ginkgo's good, Twin's good, and Reboot's good. I didn't want to play 3 of this because then that means I'll play 1 of each. But the point was, Phantasme and the Allure Darkness was the glue to help me to draw into these because they're all 2-ofs, which that was the theory behind it, and it actually works. It works. So it's like playing 3 Phantasmes is better than playing, turning this into the third twin or this into the third Dink or this into the third Sphere Mode, because it'll help you draw your combo pieces and these. So it worked perfectly. And this is gonna throw people off. Zombie World. So I don't understand, but I guess I was the only player in the room that knew how to play around Spear Mode. Spear Mode's a tribute summon. So I would just slap Zombie, and they never knew why I would just play the Zombie World. I would just summon like this unbreakable board where literally you need a Super Poly or a Spear Mode, and I'd slap Zombie World, and I'd be like, now you have to have a Super Poly. And if you do, I still have 4 negates. And I put it there, and people would try to Spear Mode. They tried to Spear Mode me twice. I'm like, bro, it is a tribute summon, and it's not Zombie. It doesn't work. It stops Guard Dragon combos. You can't make Colossuses. It actually does a lot more than what people think. I enjoyed a lot, and this was just like, this made my deck more unique. The fact that I was playing thinking that, is there any possible way to out my board? Spear Mode, okay, well, I'm going to side deck the out to that so that my board is impermeable. It's absolutely impenetrable, and it cannot be broken, and it was never. They attempted, no one succeeded in breaking it. And then Scarlight, for time, really, that's what it is. I have a combo deck, and it helps, because a lot of the times, on your way to making him, you have so many cards you just throw at your opponent, and they just want to hand trap him because they're so powerful, like Servant, Pendulum Call, Pain Cost, Dragon's Moving, Pain Cost, and you just want to bait as many hand traps as you get, so you get to the point where you summon this, and they don't have a way to stop it, and you go for a game.
You ever win in time like that?
I won in time 5 times yesterday with this card.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I played the Goat, Might, I played Heretic Seal, Agripane, and LP, Triple Burst. This is mandatory. I chose Phoenix over Cerberus because back row is more prevalent, and my deck struggles more against Floodgates than anything. Especially Mystic Mind, like whenever they have just Ray or just a Sky Striker Link, if there's a way, there's a way. If you could just convert 2 monsters into this, you can try to deal with the Mystic Mind. If they negate it, then negate it, but it's better to have a chance than not have a chance at all. And then the ORCUST, I played 2 Galateas, 1 Orcustrion. I know people think Nagaritsu is a good card, but I think this card is phenomenal. It is insane. Like, this card, I was playing a Danger Thunder guy, and he did beat me, but it was in, like, game 1, he went first, and I destroyed him, like, and he opened nuts. And this was really the card that got me there, like this, and I made sure I put it to where it pointed to his Colossus, because the main thing was I just needed to search. I negated that, and bro, I just finished it up. But, he ended up beating me anyways, because game 2, I went first, and then, like, he's like, Spear Mode, Super Poly, and he's just like combo, and he played through my counter trap, and he's just like, he just went off. And then game 3, he got it. But like this card, it permanently hits monsters and makes the attack 0. And even if they're no longer linked, they are useless. They're blanks. They're vanillas now. I love this card. I would never not play it. And it can be destroyed by battle card effects if you have it pointed to something or it points to something. It's a great card. I choose it over Longaritsu because Dangaritsu does exactly what Longaritsu is trying to do, but for any card. So I feel that this gives me more versatility. If I have 2 cards that do virtually the same thing, I just didn't appreciate it. So I like this a lot. And when you summon this with this, you can protect your board in so many different ways. It's really good. And then Ding Ding. Basically the plan is with him, the main thing is when you summon him in your board, in your ending field, you have Seal. So when you summon Sloth from your deck off Seal, Ding Ding has Nightmare and Galatea as material, so they'll try to kill Sloth. They'll have to kill it 3 times before they can actually deal with it. So it's a stronger protection than Thunders because they'll have Hope Harbinger, which can only protect it from attacks and spells. But Ding Ding can protect it from attacks. It can protect it from specific spells, Pancratops, all that. Like, it's a really strong card, and it protects your whole board. So Twin Twisters, Afterburners, you name it. There's so many negates that you will not have to use just by having him there, and people will side heavy for you. So he's incredible. And Boral Sword, for game, we got Dweller. He covers more ground. Blind Dweller, whenever I don't know what I'm playing, it's either this or this, I always choose this because it covers more ground. And more than likely, you're playing either Salamangreats, Thunder, or Orcus, and this covers everything in that matchup. Sometimes this is all you need, just this and just a minuscule follow-up. And then we got Savage and then Vortex. And yeah, you guys, that's the profile. I really hope that you guys thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a blast. I love this deck so much. I definitely intend to keep playing it. Zephyr's my 2nd favorite deck, and I've been playing it for about 2 years now, and I just never stop, and I really, really enjoy this deck. You guys should try it out, definitely for yourself, but I appreciate you, Ed. You can go ahead and flash your face in the camera, bro, so they just see you.
Woo! My fat ass face, let's go!
Hey, but God bless you guys. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Stay tuned for future content.
There you
Peace.
go.